called this thing off months ago. People were pushing for it, but he was trying his best to remain on that optimistic path, even if at some point he had to give in. So I think it's a good one, Dorcas. Athletes actually prepare for these things. And as you would know, when it comes to management of the body systems, their athletes have been trained to understand. Maybe it takes 1 week or 2 months, for example, now to lose 300, 100 pounds, something like that. I'm just giving an example. So in that kind of situation, you actually know what you need to do within the next 12 months. You have 12 months rather to actually prepare for the Olympics, rather than in cases where you're not certain. You just have to keep pushing. You don't know if it's going to be in the next 5 months. You don't know if it's going to be in the next 6 months, albeit that there were always ideas that is going to be in the summer of 2021. So I think it's a good one. It's a good thing that there is now a definite date for the Olympics, albeit that, as I said, nothing is certain.
My own issues with the date for the Olympics is I did talk about it yesterday, the clash it might have with Euro 2021, but it has been done in such a way that it commences almost immediately, just like 1 week. The Olympics starts 21st of July, right? And the Euro 2021 ends the 11th of July. That means he gives some players that might participate in the Euro 2021 and would still go ahead to play with their team for the under 23 levels. He give them some maybe just 10 days resting period thereabouts. Would that be enough? That means they would not be training with other members of the squad. I don't know how it's going to be in that particular issue. I think it might affect either the players or the Euro 2021.
Just to add, Dorcas, when football resumes, when the world resumes, sports generally, not football now, sports generally, I think we'll definitely have some sacrifices that would be made by a lot of teams.
Exactly. They came out yesterday, acts of flexibility from all those sports.
There is really nothing you can do about it. Even the FIFA president, Gianni Infantino, has talked about using this opportunity to cut out some sports and even the number of teams that participate in tournaments at this time. From between now, whenever the world resumes, we're going to have a binge now of sports. We're going to have Lava Cup clash at the same time with the French Open or the US Open, that back and forth. But I think one thing they've done, 10 days for me is enough. Not every player that would play in the Euros that will play in the Olympics. Some countries don't even take the Olympics seriously since it's just one medal for the football team. So I think it's expected. Some tournaments will definitely clash with others. But the thing is, on the calendar, we'll make sure that no one will probably, if they are of the same level now in terms of followership, no one will go on while the other one too is going on.
But then again, let's look at how the coronavirus is still spreading. We haven't yet contained the virus just yet, Priye.
Yeah.
Is it not too early to start picking a new date for the Olympics?
No, with what happened earlier when the pressure was on the Olympic Committee and the Japanese government to call off the Olympics, we all saw this coming. They have spent a lot when it comes to the organization and creating the facilities for this Olympics. So I